This is a lesson on angle properties of polygons. Hello. Welcome to another of my Math BGCSE tutorial. This tutorial is being presented by Peter Smith. This first problem we are about to look at is the BGCSE Past Examination question, Paper 2, Question 9b. This exam came on May 18, 2016. You can pause the video at any time and try to work the problems on your own, before looking at my solutions. This problem says, each interior angle of a regular polygon is 165 degrees. This is the regular polygon. Regular means, all sides, and all angles are congruent or equal. In the first part, you are required to calculate the size of each exterior angle. This tutorial is not a detailed lesson. It is for revision purposes, to remind you of the topic, and then we look at past BGCSE examination questions. So if you do not remember the rules of angle properties, I strongly suggest that you go and review those rules. There is one key fact you need to know to answer this part of the problem. And it is the rule which says, the interior angle plus the exterior angle equals 180 degrees. So you can set up an equation and solve for the size of each exterior angle. Therefore, to get the size of each exterior angle, you must subtract 165 degrees from 180 degrees. The result is 15 degrees. The second part requires you to calculate the number of sides of the polygon. One key fact you need to remember in order to answer this part of the problem is that the sum of exterior angles of any polygon equals 360 degrees. Since we know that each exterior angle of this polygon measures 15 degrees, we can easily find the number of sides by dividing 360 degrees by 15 degrees. This gives the result 24 sides. This problem we are about to look at is the BGCSE Past Examination question, Paper 2, Question 8b. This exam came on May 19, 2015. It reads, a regular polygon has 24 sides. Calculate the size of one interior angle. If you are observing these problems, you would have noticed that this problem is closely related to the second part of the previous problem we just did. Remember, this is a regular polygon. Regular means all sides and all angles are congruent, or equal. This polygon has 24 sides. 24 sides also mean 24 angles. Working your way around this problem, what you can do is find the size of one exterior angle by dividing 360 degrees by 24. Then subtract the result from 180 degrees. This gives us 165 degrees for the size of each interior angle. This problem we are about to look at is the BGCSE Past Examination question, Paper 2, Question 10b. This exam came on May 20, 2014. This is a diagram for us to examine, then answer the questions. It reads: the polygon below is a regular octagon. This is a regular polygon. Therefore all sides and all angles are congruent, or equal. You have one important information, and it is that this polygon is an octagon. An octagon has 8 sides and 8 angles. Even if you were not told that this polygon is an octagon, you could count the number of sides and get 8. You are required to calculate the size of the angle marked with an X. X represents the size of one of the interior angles. So to find X you need to find the sum of interior angles of this polygon, then divide your result by 8 to get the size of one of the exterior angles represented by X. The result is 135 degrees. The second part requires you to find the value of y. There are more than one ways you can use to find y, but a fast and easy way is to draw a line across from these two vertices. Forming a rectangle in the middle of the polygon. Each angle in a rectangle measures 90 degrees. This is something you should remember. Therefore, this angle, adjacent to y, is 90 degrees. Since the entire angle at this vertex is 135 degrees, y equals 135 degrees minus 90 degrees. The result is 45 degrees. This problem we are about to look at is the BGCSE past examination question, paper 2, question 5. This exam came on May 22, 2013. This is a diagram for you to inspect, then answer the questions. This diagram is marked, not to scale. The meaning of the phrase not to scale is to let you know that the drawing does not represent the real lengths or measures. Now you are required to find the size of the angle marked S. By inspecting the diagram, you should be able to see that S represents an interior angle, and there is an adjacent exterior angle of 63 degrees. So one key fact you need to remember is that the interior angle plus the exterior angle equals 180 degrees. So to get S you must subtract 63 degrees from 180 degrees. The result is 117 degrees. The second part requires you to find the size of the angle marked T. Observe this diagram and see that T represents the size of one exterior angle. One key fact you need to remember is that the sum of the exterior of any polygon equals 360 degrees. So to get T, you need to take the sum of all the exterior angles and subtract it from 360 degrees. The result is 87 degrees. Part B says, a regular polygon has interior angles of 165 degrees. Calculate the number of sides of the polygon. To solve this problem, what you can do is subtract 165 degrees from 180 degrees to get the size of one exterior angle. Then you divide 360 degrees by the size of one exterior angle to get the number of sides. The result is 24 sides. You have just watched a lesson which was presented by Peter Smith. Please join me in another lesson where we learn more important math topics. Let us think of education as a tool to develop our greatest abilities. Because in each of us, there is a private hope and dream.